You don't have to love me. You just have to accept that you belong to me now. I know you're still trying to fight it. I see it in your eyes, show they flinch every time I step closer, how your breath tightens like you're preparing to run again. But it's over. That part of you that believed you were free is gone. Ahen. Replaced by what I gave you. And whether you admit it or not, a part of you wanted to be taken. Didn't you? You tell yourself, I forced this. That I stole something from you. But the truth? The truth is simpler. You surrendered. Heavy. In pieces. Ah, look here. I paused there. The way your silence stretched out just long enough to let me in. You think silence is safety, but silence is agreement. And you agreed long before your mouth said no. I never asked you to love me. Love is fragile, fickle, fleeting. I don't want your affection. I want your surrender. Your obedience. Your presence. And now I have it. You can flinch. You can cry. You can scream into the dark, and pray to whatever useless gods you still think listen, but you're still here. You belong to me now. You don't walk out of something like this. This isn't some childish infatuation. This is a covenant. A claiming. You felt it the moment I touched you. The moment our paths crossed, it was done. You were mine before either of us said a word. You knew it. I knew it. The rest was just waiting for time to catch up. You think I'm cruel? Maybe I am. Maybe cruelty is what's left when the world rips all softness from a man. When he's been denied, abandoned, ignored, year after year. I didn't become this overnight. I built this obsession, brick by brick, wound by wound. You just happen to be the one who fits inside the hollow it left. I don't care if you hate me. I don't care if you scream in my face or scratch until your nails break. What I care about is that you're still here. Because you chose not to run. Maybe you don't understand that yet. Maybe you still want to believe you're the victim. But deep down, something in you needed this. Something in you wanted someone who wouldn't let go. Who wouldn't give you the chance to disappear again. I saw the way you walked through life like a shadow of a person. Like someone begging to be noticed, claimed, owned. And I did what no one else had the courage to do. I took you. I marked you. I made sure you would never fade into silence again. You can call it menace. You can call it possession. But you won't call it empty. Not like the things you had before. This we're not hollow. You don't get to rewrite this story with your fear. You don't get to pretend you're above it. Because every time I touch you, you flinch less. Every time I speak, your breath catches just a little slower. And that's the truth. I live forth slow erosion of resistance. A sweet, agonizing fall into belonging. You can build your walls. You can lie to yourself. But every lie you tell has to pass through me now. Every thought, every twitch, every breath that's filtered through my presence. I've taken root in your mind. I live behind your eyes. You can't even dream without me, can you? You're mine. Not just your body, but the architecture of you. The things you thought were untouchable, the secrets, the shame, the scars have already walked through them. I've studied the corridors of your soul like a map. And now I own every locked door inside you. You think I care about right or wrong? I care about forever. I care about making sure you never vanish from my reach. The world is full of people who would have let you go, who would have watched you burn, and kept walking. But not me. I dragged you out of that fire and chained you to my name. You don't have to smile. You don't have to kiss me back. You don't even have to speak. Just breathe. Be present. That's all I ask. And you will stay. Because I've taken away every exit. Every excuse. Every fantasy of escape. What's left is reality. And you inside it. You belong to me now. Not because you chose it. but because I did. And my choice matters more than your fear. More than your resistance. More than your history. You can't unbelong. Not anymore. So go ahead. Hate me. Break things. Try to run inside your mind, if that makes you feel brave. But every time you wake up, every time your heart beats, you'll remember whose rhythm it's following now. When you don't have to love me. You just have to accept it. Yeah. Belong to me. You don't have to love me. You just have to accept that you belong to me now. And not asking for your affection, your sweet words, or the lies you tell yourself to make sense of this. And asking for nothing. I've already taken what matters. Yeah. All of you. And it doesn't matter how loud your thoughts scream in protest or how much you twist your face into hate, because hate still means you're thinking of me. It still ties you to me. And what you haven't realized yet is that the moment I looked at you, the moment I knew, you were already mine. This is the romance. It's a reckoning. A quiet, brutal recognition that you were never meant to belong to anyone else. Only me. You can keep pretending you had a choice in this. You can keep repeating no like it still has weight. But I've studied you. Your voice, your silences, the way you hold your breath when you're near me, like your body already knows what your mouth refuses to say. That kind of fear is not innocence. That kind of silence is not resistance. It's instinct. And your instincts, despite everything, are pulling you toward me. You belong to me in the way fire belongs to the one who struck the match. No matter how high it burns, no matter how much destruction it leaves behind, it owes its existence to one hand, and that hand is mine. You think this is madness. You think I'm obsessed. Maybe I am. But obsession is just another word for clarity. I see the world without the illusions most people live behind. I see you for what you truly are. Not some fragile thing who needs saving, but someone who was meant to be taken. To be claimed. You walk through life like a ghost, hoping someone would notice your absence. I did more than notice. You followed the emptiness in you like a trail. I traced it back to the moment you started hiding and decided I would never let you vanish again. You want to be free. And why is it that every time I walk away, you wait for me to return? Why is it that your anger sounds more like longing than defiance? This isn't about affection. It's about gravity. You orbit me now. I could leave you in a room full of open doors, windows wide as sky, and you still wouldn't escape, because the real cage is not the one I built around you. It's the one inside you. The one that formed the first time I said your name like it meant something. The one that grew every time you caught your breath, when I looked at you too long. Don't lie to yourself. You felt it. That pull. That weight. You did run then. You stayed. Even now, when your voice shakes and your fists tremble, you stay. And that means more than any vow you'll never speak. I don't need you to smile. I don't need you to understand. Understanding is for those who believe in choice. You're past it now. What we have, it's not logical, not gentle, not safe. It's raw. Raw. Honest. It cuts into you like a blade, and refuses to let the wound heal. And somewhere beneath your fear, you want that pain. Because it makes you feel. It makes you real again. And I am the one who gave you that. Who made you feel like something worth possessing. You don't have to love me. Love is for people who play by rules. It's what we are is older than love. More permanent. You belong to me in the same way bones belong to a body. You can't separate without breaking everything. I don't care if you scream, or cry, or curse me in your thoughts until your throat turns to dust. You'll still wake up in my presence. You'll still breathe the air that I've made yours. Because you can't escape what's already inside you. You wear me like a second skin now. And I'm not coming off. So go ahead. Keep fighting in your mind. Keep telling yourself you're strong. I admire it really. That defiance. That fire. But it will burn out. All fires do. And when the smoke clears, when the silence returns, you'll feel it, me hands still around you, my voice still in your ear, my name etched behind your eyelids. That's the truth of belonging. It does need your permission. It just needs your presence. I would not let you go. I don't care how much time passes. I don't care who tries to pull you away or what laws or prayers you whisper when you think no one hears. I will always find you. Not because I'm cruel. Not because I want to break you. But because letting you disappear would mean erasing the only thing in this world that matters. And I won't lose that. Not again. Not ever. You can spend the rest of your life denying this. You can dig your heels and pretend there's still a choice to make. But eventually, you'll stop fighting. Not because you're weak, but because you'll realize the peace that only comes from surrender. When you stop running. When you stop lying. When you finally fall into the silence of what's already true. You belong to me. You always did. So no, I don't need your love. I don't need your consent. I'd already have what I came for. Yeah. And you're not going anywhere. Not tonight. Not ever.